ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, aquatic plant ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, photosynthesis ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು. We have learned all those things, isn't it? Now, today in this class, we will learn about animals. Okay, animals, how life goes on. Means, in animal, how reproduction happens. Yes, that we will learn in today's class. Okay, from UKG, LKG, you have been learning about the animals and their young ones. Isn't it, my dear students? Now let us revise that concept once again. See, here I have some images. In that you can see the animal and their young ones. See, lioness, cub, sheep and lamb, goat and the mare. These are the animals and with their young babies. Isn't it? So, let us see what is the meaning of reproduction. Plant reproduction ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಈಗ animal ಏನು reproduction ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Animal reproduction means what? It is the process in which animal produce their young babies. Okay? This is nothing but the definition for reproduction. Okay. Now, there are two ways of reproduction. In every animal having a certain life. ಯಾವುದೇ ಆನಿಮಲ್ ಇರಲಿ ಆ ಆನಿಮಲ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಫ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಲೈಫ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆನಿಮಲ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೈಫ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 60-70 ತನಕ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, now reproduction we have seen, lifespan we have seen. Now let us see there are two types. Okay, how they reproduce? By laying their eggs and by giving birth to their young ones. There are two types. Now let us learn how an animal lay eggs and give birth to their babies. Okay, do you know many birds, and I think each and every bird lay eggs, and by hatching it, reproduction takes place. Okay, every bird lay eggs. Okay, see what is inside the eggs? We will see. See here, inside the egg we can see like this. The outer coat, which is little hard, which protects the inner material of the egg. Okay, and egg white in color, and yolk, that is yellow in color, and inside the yolk embryo is present. Embryo means the heart of the baby. Okay, this is the parts of a egg, an egg. Okay, now let us see how hen reproduce. Okay, how hen hatches their eggs, lay their eggs, and hatching takes place. How it takes place? Let us see with this image. See, hen is here. What hen do? Hen lay eggs, and then the embryo grow up inside the egg. Then what happens? Hatching takes place. But before hatching, what a hen do? Hen go and give warm feeling, and that is the hen sits over the egg lightly, and it produces heat to hatching. Okay, that process is called as incubation. Okay, after that process, incubation is what is new for you. The incubation is nothing but when egg produce extra heat to that egg for hatching. Okay, that is nothing but reproduction. After incubation, okay, after hatching the egg, after growing the embryo, what happens? Hen goes and sits over the egg, and incubation takes place. Okay, after that hatching takes place, and chick grow up and becomes again hen. This is the life cycle of a hen. Now let us see what happens and how a frog reproduces their babies. Okay, let us see a video. In that you will enjoy learning the life cycle of a frog. Okay, let us see.
Frogs lay their eggs in calm or static water. These eggs float on the surface of the water body. some of them die while others hatch. After some time, the baby frogs develop a tail and they look like fish. They are called tadpoles. Shortly after hatching, the tadpole feeds on the yolk of the egg. After a few days, the tadpole can swim around and eat algae. It gradually develops teeth which help it to chew food. As tiny legs start developing on the tadpole's body, it begins to look more like an adult frog instead of a fish. After a few weeks, the tail disappears completely. The hands and feet become stronger and longer. Adult frogs live in a colony of frogs.
This is the life cycle of a frog. Now, do you know fish also reproduce? How it reproduces? Okay, yes, that fish also lays eggs. But eggs eaten by other fishes. Okay, that's why some less amount of eggs will remaining for hatching. Okay, after hatching, fish reproduce their young babies. Okay, now let us see about insect. What happens with insect? How insect reproduce? See, we will take one example, that is housefly. Okay, let us see the life cycle of the housefly. How housefly reproduce their babies. See here, housefly first lay eggs, then larva, then pupa, then again housefly. Okay, this is the life cycle of a insect. Now, do you know how cockroach reproduce? Yes, cockroach is also one of the example for insect. So, see here, cockroach, the big cockroach, the female cockroach, what it do? It lay eggs, and then the eggs becomes nymph. The baby cockroach, what we call that baby cockroach, that is nymph. And the nymph again becomes a cockroach again. Then this cycle takes place. So, the cycle we can call as a life cycle. How the life is going on with respect to the cycle, that is called as life cycle. So we have seen about the housefly and cockroach. Another insect is there. Do you know? Have you seen the butterfly? Okay, do you know how butterfly life cycle takes place? Yes, we will enjoy learning this with this video. Okay, let us see.
First, a butterfly lays an egg on a plant. A caterpillar hatches out of it and gets busy eating. As it eats, it grows and molts out of its skin to get even bigger, and repeats this until it is a fully grown caterpillar. It attaches itself to a plant and sheds its skin one last time to reveal its chrysalis. Inside, the tissues that made up the caterpillar rearrange to form a head and body, 6 legs, and 4 wings. Then, when its own genes and the climate indicate the time is right, out pops the butterfly. This entire cycle, from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly, is known as metamorphosis because the animal goes through striking, distinct life stages. Now our butterfly will find a mate so it can start the butterfly life cycle all over again.
Yes, my dear students, what was that in that video? Yes. How a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, isn't it? And again the reproduction, again the cycling takes place. So, this is about the reproduction in insects. Okay. Now, my dear students, do you know some animals can't produce and can't lay their eggs? They does not lay eggs. For example, animals like human beings, yes, cow, Okay, they can't produce eggs, but they can give birth to their young babies. Okay, this is the another type of reproduction. We have seen how birds, insects reproduce by laying eggs. Now we will see how some animals, without producing eggs, without laying eggs, how they reproduce. What we call those animals? Mammals. ಕೆಲವು animals ಏನಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಅವರು egg produce ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, egg ಆಗಲ್ಲ, but they can reproduce as a young baby. Okay, for example, we can take human beings. Human beings, what we call the young one, that's a child, isn't it? See here, I have two pictures. See, cat is there, cat and kitten, the babies. The baby cat is called kitten, dog and puppy. See, these animals we call as mammal because they don't lay eggs, they give birth to their young babies as it is, isn't it? Some animals carry their babies inside a pouch. Okay, have you seen the animal anywhere? Yes, here this is kangaroo. What kangaroo is doing here? There is a pouch and the kangaroo puts the baby into that pouch. That we call as marsupial. Means a group of animals which carry their young ones into their pouches. Okay? See, in this lesson, what we have done? We have learned about the reproduction in animals. How any animal reproduce their young ones. Isn't it, my dear students? Yes, reptile. Here reptile is what? The animal which moves along the ground. For example, yes, what we call snake, crocodile, turtle. Yes, all these animals we are called as reptiles. How they reproduce? Yes, by laying eggs. See, I have the image of one snake, and what snake is doing here? Eggs are inside the snake and it covers the eggs. Okay, how it protects the eggs we can see here, isn't it? Yes, this is about reptiles. Then we have seen about the mammals. Mammals mean what? Animals which give birth to their young babies. They does not lay eggs. I will take your exercise work during the online